Hello there and welcome. If I look scruffy, it's because one, I've just woke up, and second, I've not had a haircut in about 2 months. I'll probably change that this week. One of my most popular requests in the past year has been to eat KFC on camera. And I've done that now for the 10-member special. I thought to myself, well, people loved me eating fried chicken so much. I'm gonna do it again, but it's gotta be something else. So I got Popeyes. If you've never heard of Popeyes, maybe they got it in like Australia where most of you live, but it's an American fried chicken joint. It's been in the UK since 2021, but I didn't know there was one like 10 minutes away from me in Enfield Town. I'm just like, oh, I did not even know that. So I learned that literally like last month during Christmas. So I was just like, whoa, I didn't know there was one near me. But I went to America in 2022 where I tried it for the first time, and I was like, this is amazing. Like, I was so amazed by how good that fried chicken was. It was much better than KFC. I just couldn't believe my taste buds. I tried that for the first time and Chick-fil-A for the first time. I thought to myself, because I went to California for 2 weeks, and I went to Vegas for a few days, and I went to other places. I barely ever saw a KFC. I didn't see many KFCs out there, which I was surprised by, because it's an American joint, right? But I didn't see, like, the only KFCs I saw like out on the highways and like little towns. I thought to myself, how am I not seeing a single KFC? And then I realized, because they got stuff like Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. Because when I tasted it in America and California in 2022, I thought to myself, yeah. They are the real deal. So hopefully the UK one is half as good as the American one. So then it'll be great viewing. But I probably would put a clip in of the short I did. Yes, I have found Popeyes. Some stories about this place. It better be some good fried chicken. It better be worth it.
The sandwich, and some chicken, of course. I mean, that's chicken as well, but you know what I mean. This chicken, this is damn good chicken. It's so good. Fried chicken is a 9.5 out of 10, and I give nothing a 10. I'm expecting big things from this sandwich. Don't know what Popeyes put in their chicken, but it is wonderful. That sandwich is better than any sandwich you can get at KFC.
6 pieces of original, well, not original recipe, that's a KFC thing, but it's Louisiana, what do they officially call it? Like, the 6-piece signature Louisiana fried chicken, flippin' focus, man. Fried chicken classic. Well, there's classic and there's spicy. I got the classic one, but it literally says 6-piece signature Louisiana. It's fried chicken classic. And I've also got the chicken sandwich. You probably can't even see that. The chicken sandwich box meal. Oh, that one loads, for flip's sake. There is the 6-piece. And then, yeah, I haven't got the chips though. The chips I've given to someone else. But either way, here we are. So let's get started. And hopefully, for some reason, you guys loved me chewing it in front of the camera. And I don't know, I'm just like, why do people want this? Well, I got more of this, okay? Bloody hell, look at that chicken. Oh, it looks exquisite when it focuses on the damn thing. Why have I got to press the screen to focus on the chicken? Bloody camera. There we go. Flippin' heck. This flippin' Canon, man, I swear down. I should have used my my better camera. Okay? Another piece. Yep. Another piece. I love the thighs the most. Another piece. They also do like hot wings and chicken tenders. The chicken tenders are in the chicken sandwich box meal, which is great. This one's quite small. I ordered 6 pieces and like 3 of them are like fairly small. What's up with that? Finger licking good. Wrong restaurant, wrong joint. Okay, I put it all on a plate so there's less crumbs everywhere. Let me get started. If it's anywhere near as good as the American Popeyes, I'm in for a real treat. This is bloody good stuff. Here we are again. You guys like watching Davidoff eat KFC live on, not KFC, I keep saying KFC, eat fried chicken in front of the camera. It may not be KFC this time, but here we are again. What has life come to, eh? I can never keep a straight face. Alright, piece number 2. It's so good, man. it's bloody beautiful. Damn it! The whole point of me putting it on a plate, right, is so there's less to clean up, you know, because crumbs go everywhere, right? Bloody one little tiny piece flipping fell off, for flip's sake. It triggers me so much. Whenever I get anything that's fast food, I get it delivered, right? I always get a plate and put it on the plate because less crumbs, less to wipe off the floor or the table. It's a win-win. And then I flip and drop something anyway, for flip's sake. Oh yeah, thing about KFC, right? I looked up the, because I asked my mate, right, do you reckon KFC tastes better in Kentucky? Because I feel like that's a good question, because that's where it came from, right? Well, I looked into it, because next year, I want to do like a US tour. I'm going to the US this year as well. I booked a trip to Australia last week. I also booked a holiday to the US later this year. The Australian holidays in April, US holidays later this year. But I'm planning another US holiday next year. I'm probably going to do like a 2-week tour. So I might try and fit in going to that KFC. There's the original KFC, which is in Corbin, Kentucky. It still operates as a restaurant. It's also a museum. So it's like a tourist attraction a little bit, although there's not really any tour guides that take you there. It's in a place called Corbin, in a place near London. There's a place called London in Kentucky. And near there is, in Corbin, is the original KFC, just off a highway. That was a weird way to eat it there. I don't know what I just did. So I looked into going there, right? There's an airport close to it, but it's not a proper airport. It's an airport, but like you're not gonna get a flight there. Like it's like 4 flights a day, and the flights come from places where I wouldn't go in the first place. So it's just the other, like the nearest like accessible airports are like 2.5 hour drives away. So to get there, let me just finish this piece. I can't finish it without 2 hands because I gotta open it up to bite into it. So as I was saying, right? So for me to get to that KFC, here's what I have to do. I have to fly into one of the 2 airports that are 2.5 hours away. I'd have to get an Uber or a taxi to a Greyhound bus station near one of the airports. can't remember which airport it was, but one of the two airports is a Greyhound bus station, like, I don't know, like 10 minutes away. I gotta get on the 1:25 Greyhound, because there's only one per day. 1:25 in the afternoon, Greyhound. 3.5 hour drive to a Burger King that's not far from that KFC. And then obviously visit the KFC. And then the coach back, the other Greyhound back, is like just after midnight, and it gets back at 3 AM. And then presumably fly out the next morning. That's very inconvenient for me, who would be on a 2-week tour, who'd have a massive suitcase with me. So I think to myself, is it even worth doing that? Like, is it worth interrupting a US tour to fly into an airport 2.5 hours away from it, to get a Greyhound bus, to then eat that KFC and then get a Greyhound back and then fly out again? There's a lot of fit. Also, I'd have to probably get a taxi from the Burger King to the KFC. There's so much, like, I was thinking to myself, it would be really cool to go to the actual original KFC and eat KFC there. But getting there if you can't drive is so inconvenient. I'm just like, what do I do? As good as this chicken is, by the way, look at the difference between this leg piece and this thigh piece. Now the thigh piece is my favorite piece. Like, that's my favorite part of fried chicken, right? But come on now, the legs have got to be bigger than that. I mean, seriously, it is great though. To be fair, there's a lot of taste for a small chicken. I saved the best till last, so I eat this before the thigh. Also a small piece. I know you guys love a crunch, so I had to put a big crunch in. So good. So the off the bone. So the 100 member special and the 125 member special will also be eating, but not fried chicken. The glorious thigh. I was meant to record them this weekend, but lost track of time, and after booking those 2 holidays, I thought, let me wait a couple weeks for a few paydays. But yeah, I mean, you kind of got spoiled on one, I guess, but they're both trying Australian related things. I found some good products on Amazon UK that are pretty easy to access, so it's pretty good. That was a sneeze. It's almost all gone. That is the entire thigh. Best piece of the damn box. When it came in a bag. It came in a bag. There we go. The chicken, aside from a bit of skin, is pretty much all gone. There is still more to this meal. I actually should have got like a shake. I just went on, I went online and I just ordered like chicken, obviously, and a chicken sandwich burger, which I'm getting into in a second. But like, They got some good milkshakes. They got strawberry cheesecake milkshake. They've got millionaire milkshake. They got Biscoff milkshake. If it can focus. You can see those enough. They got some really good milkshakes. They got the Oreo one as well, which is pretty good. So like, yeah, that's elite. They got drinks. They got a thing called Popeyes Whips. I should have got that. What on earth? Popeyes Whips is ice cream. So there's millionaire, there's strawberry cheesecake, there's Aero, Biscoff, and Oreo. What on earth? I've focused so much on the chicken, I've missed a complete gold mine of ice cream. How could I do this to myself? Ridiculous. Anyway, it is crunch time. Because we are going to crunch on tenders and the chicken sandwich. Look at that. Look at that. I assume it's mayo. I think it might be like a specific sauce from Popeyes. I don't know. It's one of the two. Local man does not check what he puts in his food. What is in his food? But yeah, I remember this being amazing when I tried it in America. So I have very high hopes. Also, I said I got holidays booked to Australia and America this year. There's another trip that I got planned somewhere in Europe. Not booked anything yet, but because it's in Europe, I can book it like last minute because there's so many ways to get there. I don't have to fly. I can get a train. I can get a boat and then a train. There's so many ways to get to this country. It's not France, but it's a country not far from France. So it's like, I can book it later. The price ain't gonna be that high. I'm good. And also a trip to Africa. There was a trip to Africa I planned last year that I had to delay. It's not that one. There's another trip to Africa that I want to go to. There was a trip to Southern Africa I was meant to go to last October. Had to cancel it. Not South Africa, but another country in Southern Africa. I had to cancel it. So hopefully I'll go next year, 2026. I could have gone this year, but the best time to go is around the time I'm going to Australia. So I thought, nah, we're not doing 2 holidays in the same period, in that quick succession. But there's another African country in Western Africa that I want to visit. So that could be this year. That could be this year. And then if I do that this year, the next year you got the US tour. You got Darwin. So I want to go to Darwin next year. That was one bite. Damn. So as I was saying, I don't need 5 days in Darwin, but I want 5 days in Darwin. So I've explored so much of Australia, and there's 2 places that are left. There are still some places that I want to go to, but they're not like a priority. They're not things that I feel like I need to do or haven't explored Australia. Like stuff like Hobart in Tasmania, Lucky Bay in Western Australia. There's a place called Lucky Bay. It's a beach, and it's a white sanded beach, and it has kangaroos running on it in the morning. It's really cool. And you can fly there, but like, I want to go there, but it's not like I need to go there. So if I don't go there, it's fine. But in the future, I'll probably come back to Australia to watch AFL games anyway, so I could always do that in between rounds anyway. I also do want to go back to the Ayers Rock Resort to visit like the Horseshoe Rock as well. That's near Uluru, but that's also another thing that I don't need to do, but I could do potentially. But in terms of like priority things, you know, explored Victoria, apart from Wilson's Prom. Melbourne, Victoria explored. Sydney, New South Wales explored. Perth and WA explored. Went to Canberra for a day, mainly to go to the zoo, but I saw the Capitol building as well. Uluru has been seen, Tasmania, mainly Launceston, but I've had some great tours from there. And yeah, the point is... Hello? Bro, what's going on in my home? There was a... The door was opening of my kitchen, right? And then there's no one there. I thought someone was home. It's a bit weird. Flipping heck, where was I? And then of course Queensland and Brisbane and Northern Queensland and Cairns and Port Douglas, that area. I've seen the Great Barrier Reef. So, is it the wind? I've just opened the door permanently now because that was freaking me out. Let me take another bite of this before I continue. Don't worry, I've not died from that burger, but I took a bite so deep. I don't think it didn't feel that big. I took a bite so deep that it hit the back of my throat. I was just like, oh my days. I've never taken a bite like that before. I don't know how women do it. Anyway, as I was saying, so I've been to all these states and cities and places, and there's only 2 more places I want to explore now, and that is Adelaide in South Australia, of course, and Darwin. Adelaide is being done this year. Obviously there's gather round, but also there's a couple day tours I got planned over there, plus a couple cruises and stuff, and a few things to see. So there's like Adelaide Zoo. There's, I don't know how you pronounce it, but Cleland, whichever one it is. There's a wildlife park there that I want to visit. You can get like a bus there, I think. There's like 2 buses you can get from the Adelaide City Centre. It's not too far away, like Yarra Valley's sanctuary that they had in Melbourne, but it's like 50 minutes away from Adelaide CBD, I think. It's like a wildlife park up in a mountain and Mount Lofty. So there's that and Adelaide Zoo, and then there's 2 day trips, and there's a couple cruises, and there's also like I was playing GeoGuessr once, and I saw like, oh, that's the Port Adelaide Lighthouse. I'm gonna go see the lighthouse, and then there's a train museum there, Port Adelaide Train Museum. I believe it's called the National Railway Museum. Apparently it's really cool. It's got some good ratings on TripAdvisor, so I thought I'd go and do that as well. So, and that's pretty much it. Like, there's not too much that I need to see, I feel, in Adelaide, but it's still a lot, especially the 2 day trips I got planned. Although those 2 day trips are partly not in Adelaide, but in South Australia. So once that's done, yes, there's still things that I would like to see, but, and also I forgot to mention Augustus, Mount Augustus, which is a rock that's bigger than Uluru. Uluru is the popular one and the more touristy one. There's a bigger one in WA, Mount Augustus, but it's not big for tourism, and it's hard to get to. So to do it, you have to go like on like a 5-day trip or so, whatever. But those are just things that are like on the shelf of like Lucky Bay and a return to Uluru and Hobart, where I don't have to do it, and if I want to do it in future, I can add it on, but I don't have to. So that's fine. We can leave that on the side. It's just Adelaide and Darwin is where the focus is, right? So once Adelaide is done, it's just Darwin. And here's why I need 5 days in Darwin, right after this next bite. These bites don't even feel like I'm biting that much, but my days, they fill you up. So yeah, well, I don't need 5 days, but I want 5 days. So first of all, there's 3 national parks there that I'd like to visit, and there's day tours to all of them through different companies. So there's Litchfield National Park, there's Kakadu National Park, that's one I want to visit the most. I believe that one has the crocodile crossing. So there's, the main reason I want to go to Darwin is crocodiles. I'll openly admit that. Crocodiles is the main attraction for me there. And pretty much every day is centered around crocodiles anyway. But there's 3 national parks. They all got like crocodile cruises and areas that I want to go on. And one has a crocodile crossing, which is where, well, it's a crossing across a river, and there's a road across this river, and it's only just like above the water level, and in fact it's sometimes below the water level, but cars and trucks drive through there all the time, and there's crocodiles right there. If your car gets trapped there, don't get out of your car. But yeah, and there's another national park, I can't remember the name of it. I know that's pretty bad because I want to do it, but yeah, those aren't even the main attractions for me either, right? The main attraction is called the Jumping Crocodile Cruise. This is a famous cruise in Darwin. I actually first found out about this through a Sidemen Reacts video in a compilation they reacted to from like 2020. But there's this crocodile jumping croc tour. Basically, you go in a boat, the tour guide or whoever runs the boat, they hang pieces of meat over a pole off the edge of the boat. And what happens is the crocodile jumps up vertically, it jumps out. So it jumps out the water. Sometimes you see the entire body with the head at the top, obviously tail at the bottom. Sometimes you see the entire body jump out the water just to grab that piece of meat. Not always the entire body, of course. They're massive crocodiles, but you see basically the whole crocodile just jump out of the water right in front of you. I've seen it on YouTube. I want to see it in person. Also, there are two famous crocodiles that live there. I'm pretty sure they named all of them. I don't know how they recognize each one, but Brutus, the most popular one, is called Brutus. Ever since I learned about Brutus 5 years ago, I wanted to meet Brutus. Well, not in the water. I'd rather be in the boat than him be in the water. Brutus is a crocodile who's missing a foot. Some say he lost it fighting a bull shark. Some say it's another croc. No one has actual evidence on why his foot is missing, but it probably wasn't a tussle with something or someone. Brutus is a huge crocodile. He is massive, and he lives in that river, and this Jumping Croc Cruise is known for meeting that crocodile to feed it meat. So if there's a chance I meet Brutus, that'd be really cool. Obviously if I don't, that's fine. It's a wild animal in a river. It's not caged or anything. It's literally free, and it would eat me in a heartbeat. So if I don't see Brutus, I'm not gonna go looking. But if I see Brutus in that tour, that would be amazing. The cruise is only like an hour and a half, but you know. There's also another crocodile that's bigger than Brutus. It's called the Dominator. The Dominator and Brutus are rivals. So that's also another crocodile that we could see out there. And there's other crocs as well. They all got names. They're pretty notorious over there. So yeah, I want to go on that cruise. I feel like it would be amazing to go on that cruise. So yeah, there's that. There's the 3 national parks. And there's another place called Crocosaurus Cove. This is basically a crocodile zoo. It literally is a crocodile zoo. So you go there and there's crocodiles everywhere. There's even a thing called the Cage of Death. Ooh. Don't know if I'd actually do it. Don't know if I have the balls to do it. But you go in a cage under the water with a croc that's swimming around you. And it'll probably try and eat you even though it can't. But you're in like, I think it's glass, I can't remember. But it's strong enough and reinforced enough where it can't get to you. But I'm pretty sure there's been accidents in that cage. Not sure I'll do that, but I definitely want to visit that place. The entry fee is not even that much, so that's why I need 5 days. Technically, Crocosaurus Cove and Jumping Croc could be done in 1 day, considering they're both they both won't take that long. But still, 5 days, at least 4. So next year. So from what I've heard, May to September is like a good time to go to Darwin. So maybe either like I look into like, oh, I could like go to Darwin and then do the exploring, then fly somewhere to watch an AFL game. Or I could go to the grand final and then go to Darwin afterwards. Obviously more of a long shot, but there are grand final packages that go on sale every year. And that is a realistic way of going, I guess. I even emailed them saying, can UK citizens get one? And they said, yeah, you can. So there's also that option. So yeah, we'll see next year. But Darwin is a trip I definitely want to do. And I only will need 5 days plus a few extra days to fly and then also travel somewhere. I'm planning on seeing my first Optus Stadium game this year. I'm going to fly to Perth first, then fly to Adelaide. Next year, Who knows? I've not ticked off the SCG yet. I have been there. I have toured it. Not seen a game there, so there's the option there as well. So I guess we'll find out next year. But this year, Perth for a couple of days, Adelaide for a week. I can't wait to be there. No burger left. These are 2 chicken tenders that come with the box meal of the chicken sandwich. Yeah. Is that the time? Obviously, when you think chicken tenders, you think, oh, boneless. But I ate it like it wasn't boneless because they look, the way they're shaped, they look like they have bones in them, but they don't. Then I forget that they have bones in them, just like makes it even better. The last bite. 1 small bite for man, 1 large bite for chicken lovers. Well, that was fun. That was very fulfilling. Now what am I going to do in my life? I don't know. This was recorded on a kitchen roll. Yeah, the top of a kitchen roll. Yeah. Goodbye. Before I go, isn't this the messiest setup that you have ever seen in your life? I mean, there are things that certainly look cool, but my days. It works, I guess.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it